Okay, so a lot of people requested me to do a how I curl my hair video. So I'm gonna do that. To prep your hair to curl it, I like to, the only way I can do mine is if I let it air dry and I let it dry to my natural state. If you let your hair dry and then you straighten it and then you try and curl it, the curl is not going to stay as well as if it was just air dried. Sometimes if you have straight hair, even if you scrunch it before and you put like a mousse in it, that will also hold the curl, and that's if you have straight hair. If you have curly hair, you should have no problem holding the curl. I have naturally like wavy curly hair, and if I curl my hair, it usually stays in my hair for about 2 days. So I have my hair in my natural state. It's got a big dent in it because I've had it in a ponytail, but this is usually what it looks like when it air dries. So I always divide it into 2 sections right down the middle. And then the section I'm not working with, I just put into an elastic. Okay. And then the curling iron I'm using is, it's just a cheap Conair one. Looks like this. It's I believe it's a 1-inch. If you have shorter hair, like this is actually probably just a little bit too big for my length of hair. The shorter hair you have, the skinnier you want the curling iron. So when I had hair that was, my hair is actually longer than it looks right now because it is curled, but when I had hair that used to be like up to here, I would use this skinny one. So the skinnier your hair, the shorter your hair, the skinnier the curling iron you want, because it's going to wrap around more times and it's going to give you a bigger curl. So what I do is I start from the bottom and I just take small sections and then I just clip up the hair. I take this hair. Take a comb. I always comb through every section before I curl it just to make sure there's no knots or anything. And then I take about 1.5 inch sections just because I'm lazy and I really don't want this to take any longer than I want it to. I clip my hair at the top. Not all the way at the top, but a little bit more than halfway. So I have it in, so I start turning, and as I'm turning, I'm pulling and tapping this. And I'm adding a little bit more hair. So then I do another turn, I clip it a little bit, and then once you have all the hair in, I just roll it up as far as it'll go, and I hold it for about 10 seconds, and then I just slowly tap it and pull out. And then you have your curl. So I'll take down another section. And the curlier you want your hair, the smaller sections you're going to take. If you don't want a lot of curl in your hair, then take bigger sections. Like, for instance, this one is kind of big, so I'm just going to comb through it. And another thing, you want to alternate your curls. You want to do some of them curling outward and some of them curling inward. If you curl all of them one way, they're all going to combine together and all your curl is going to, it's not going to be lost, but it's all just going to be one big curl because they've all like intertwined in each other because they're going the same way. If they're going opposite ways, they won't get intertwined. If that makes any sense. So I'm going to clip it a little bit more than halfway. I'm just going to start turning. I'm going to flip that hair over. And as I'm turning, I'm clicking and adding more hair into the curling iron till I get it all in. Then I roll it all the way up and hold it. Okay, and then I'm just gonna clip it out. And then there's my curl. Now I'll do one the opposite way. Just gonna comb it. Now when you're doing one the opposite way, you put the clamp on the bottom and then you turn that way. And roll it all the way up. Now there is another way you can do these curls. I don't feel that it gives as tight of a hold as the way I do it, starting from the top and then rolling. I'll show you what I mean. A way a lot of people do it is they will start at the bottom like this. So I have it at the bottom and then they'll just roll up. I personally don't feel like that gives you as tight of a curl. It gives you more curl towards the bottom versus the top. Okay, see how all this hair right here does not have any curl. It's just that. When you look at the ones I did, the curl starts all the way at the top. So that is why I do it the way I do it versus doing the way I just showed you. And do the rest of this side of hair and then I'll be right back. So another thing I realized I should have done was, you know how I had said that if the shorter your hair is, the smaller the curling iron you want to use. Well, if you're like me and you have short layers in your hair, you might want to use 2 different size curling irons. I didn't do it, but I wish I would have. Because you see how those are really like, they're not getting enough curl, so they're just like staying on the top of your head. What I should have done was use this on my bottom layers, and then on my top short layers I should have used this curling iron. And also by using 2 curling iron sizes, you're adding like more texture into your hair by putting the different size curls in there. So this is my last curl. Pretty sure I don't have any hair back here. Yeah. Yes. Okay. So my hair is done. When I do this, for my bangs, right now they're really long and they need to be cut. But I just slightly curl them under, just so they have like kind of a curl, but not really, because I like my bangs straight. I don't know. But yes, this is the finished look. I don't use hairspray to finish it off just because I know mine will stay because I have naturally curly hair. If you have straight hair, I do really recommend that you use hairspray if you want it to stay. Yeah, I think that is it. So if you have any questions on anything, just let me know and I will answer them as soon as I can.